Hello all, we are learning the model-based development through the different requirements. So, in this session, we will look for the requirements for the elevator. So, elevators, where we want to travel from the one floor to another floor, we can use the elevators or lifts. So, we will see what are the requirements for that. So, in each different projects, we are looking for the different requirements of the industry, how it's coming. So, here you can see this thing is known as the acceptance criteria, requirement with acceptance criteria. So, this is a description, and if this thing is performed, then only this thing is accepted through the customers, okay, or like through the through in the industry, fine. So request id, I have told you, so request id elif 001. So we are having total somewhat 12 request ids here, okay, and the types of the requirements. So most of this elevator is comes under the functional requirement, okay. So we will look for the different description and the acceptance criteria for that. Okay, so requirement one, functional. So that is the elevator shall power up when the main switch is turned on. When the main switch of the elevator is turned on, then only the elevator should need to be work. So the input should be main switch and priority that should be high. That is required. Priority means this functionality is required. Without this functionality, this elevator will not work. Fine. So the acceptance criteria for that is the elevator system becomes active and function when the main switch is on position. Okay. When it is turned on, then only elevator will become active. Second requirement, that is also functional. Our all requirements are functional requirements only for this function. Okay. The elevator shall power down when the main switch is turned off. Same, exactly opposite. Opposite to this. When this switch is turned off, then elevator should not. Okay. Then third requirement, the user shall be able to select the floor using a floor indicator. So you can see in this GUI here, this is a user where she is selecting a floor like 0. She is pressing a 0. You can see here. And the lift is coming down and she is going where she want to go. She will go inside and select a floor and she will go there. Okay. Maybe. Fine. So floor indication. This is different switch for the floor indication where it want to be go. And this is also high. Floor indication is allows to selection of available floors. So it will depend upon the lift. So like depend upon the building, I can say. If some of the buildings are having 3 floors, some of the buildings are 5 floors, or some of the buildings are having 27 or 100 floors also. Okay. So lift is very important thing. Even in the Burj Khalifa also we are having a lift. Okay. Right. So now you can see, so the toilet structure, if you want to go to toilet structure, we require lifts, fine, or elevators. So next requirement is the elevator shall move to selected floor when the button is pressed. So that function should be performed appropriately. Okay. So after that, the next requirement is the display shall show door close in red. Okay. When door is closed. So in the development, we are using a lamp. So we will do this thing also. And display shall show in the green color when the door is open. Fine. The seventh requirement is the elevator block shall receive an enable signal from a main switch via elementary input, we can say, through that. Okay. Or the elevator input, we can say. Okay. So the elevator block shall use 1 or 0 input internal to control the logic. So inside it, to control the logic, 1 and 0 input should be used for the elevator block. Okay. So elevator block shall output the one output floor position selected through the array. So output positions like 0, 1, 2, 3, which floor we want to go, that should be selected through the array. Okay. So different array positions is considering a different floors. So the next is the elevator block shall indicate a new flower target through the new output. Okay, so every new flower should be having a different input, should have a different target. Okay, so elevator block shall provide a counter or a status indicator through the count output. So the count output provides a counter status information about the elevator operations. How many times we have went to which floor, or how many times lift is operated. That kinds of counters are there, which decide a life cycle of the elevator. So you can see these are a medium priority. Okay, these are the medium priority. And there is one more low priority. Okay, the system shall display. So the counter is like a medium priority. If it's there, then fine, no problem. Okay, if it's not there, then also fine. But this will improve the or it will help for the maintenance of the lift or elevator. So the system shall display or note prototyping the user to press the button after selecting the floor. So display shows the message note push the button after selecting the floor you want to visit. So these are some infotainment I can say where having some speaker it's lift is saying like please close the door if doors are open, or lift is asking to push the button which floor you want to go. So these kind of things are like having some of the time low priority. Okay, so that's why this went inside a low priority. Okay, so this is all about the requirement of the elevator. Thank you.